So what happens if Venus retrograde happens to transit your third house? Well, Venus is a planet of beauty and love, self-worth, and the third house is your everyday community. It's the people that are near to you, the relationships that you have that are in your neighborhood. And this specifically could be relationships with your neighbors. This could be relationships with your siblings, your extended family, and your friends. Your friends could also be very strong here in the third house. So what's happening here is that you're revising your relationships with these people in your life, the people that you have to interact with on an everyday basis. And maybe there is some sense of value that you are either losing with them, right? Maybe there's a feeling of not being appreciated by maybe your friends, not feeling like people are able to love you the way that you need to be loved. How is it that your siblings could be portraying a mirror to you that reflects your own lack of self-worth, right? So if you're finding that you are unhappy with your community, if you're unhappy with your neighbors, if you're bickering with your neighbors, if you're not getting along with your siblings, these are all reflections of what you need to change about your communication. How is it that you can communicate in a way that shows the quality that you see within yourself? And so this can be difficult because this area of the chart, the third house, is always going to reflect a lower mind, meaning that the mind wants to dissect things. It wants to criticize. It wants to gossip. It wants to look over and over and over again. It wants to be repetitive. It wants to mimic. It wants to be mischievous, playful. And so when Venus comes here, the sophistication is now being reanalyzed when it comes to how you interact and speak for yourself. And these people are only a reflection of that. They're a reflection of how you speak about yourself, how you speak for yourself, speak up for yourself, right? And so this is a time in which you are coming to a calling of reanalyzing your own criticism of others and of gossiping, and is it helping you? Is there anything about how you're relating to others, how you're speaking about others that you see in your near environment? Are you really being mature? That's the question. Are you being mature about it? Okay? Because a lot of the times you can confuse like this idea of like, I'm higher than thou when Venus is involved. And so when it comes with mixing with Mercury energy, it's almost like if I can one up you in the bickering, then I've won, then I'm justified, then I'm better than you. And it can be a little snobby, it could be a little offsetting, it could be like very condescending, right? Which, we're not going to call anybody for being right or wrong. But when we look at the need of sophistication, it's about being able to eloquently stand up for yourself. Not just stand up for yourself, but how do you do it in a way that is beautiful, in a way that is artistic. And so your communication overall is being asked to be elevated to a level of art. And when you're able to communicate on this level with the people nearby to you, right, you will be able to do it on various other levels. You'll be able to have your own language that captivates everyone that comes into contact with you. So Venus retrograde in the third house is about interpretation. And how do you interpret your message so that people can receive it, so that even your enemies could love it, and your friends, most especially, would share it with their friends and their friends and their friends. How is it that you are reflecting your relationships with your siblings and your extended family? How is it that you are sharing with them how you are the same and how you are different in a way that they can understand? And the third house is also about your vehicle of travel. So if you like to drive a car or take the train, you might want to take different routes, right, that reflect the beauty that you want to see in the world. Maybe you'll want to, drive a different way to work from now on because you've discovered something that you love during this direction, or a favorite coffee house that you like to stop to on the way. So Venus, wherever Venus goes, it wants to bring more pleasure. And Venus retrograde is like, well, maybe you've been traveling, to your nearby store, house, job, even local library or grocery store. Maybe you need to upgrade just the places that you go in your neighborhood. And maybe you need to upgrade the journey to get there and the vehicle or the route of transportation that you're choosing. So maybe you want to change your car. Maybe you want a new car. Maybe you want a different route. And so I'm thinking of that song. If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66, which is the song is all about enjoying your travels. Now it's all about enjoying your travels. So enjoy your travels in your day-to-day life and where you go in your neighborhood. And Venus retrograde wants you to upgrade that whole area of your life, okay? And this time that Venus retrograde is transiting is a chance for you to do that very thing. Special announcement, my album, Venus RX, is available, and along with it, you can get a Venus retrograde oracle bundle.